Okay, so to start with, the importance of secure by default and what it means for the surveillance industry.
It's fundamental to everything that we have tried to do, both as a commission and as a conglomerate of industry and industry specialists. Why? Well, surveillance right across our country is operated by a whole range of people, and on many occasions there's no law that enables that. Mm-hmm. So in this country, the public allow surveillance because they trust it. They see people operate responsibly. They see manufacturers develop processes that are responsible, and the end users use the kit in a way that isn't invasive. So secure by default goes right to the core of that. Can the manufacturers and the purchasers be confident that they won't be hacked, that they won't be attacked?
What we have is an increasing amount of surveillance technology that is being connected into the internet, remotely enabled, enabling connectivity from anywhere in the world. When you have technology that's capable of doing that, it's absolutely vital that you consider the cybersecurity element of it as well.
Many people know physical security. What they don't know about is the digital security and the cyber security which goes about it. So secure by default is one of the first steps we've taken in the group to try and fill this role and give the customer the guarantee that the systems they have are secure from attack.
What are the key principles of secure by default?
I oversee a code of practice, and there are those in society that have to comply with it, the police, local authority, national crime agencies, etc. And there are those that the government encourage adoption. And within that code, there are two principles guiding Principle 8 and 9, which cover standards and security. And it will become increasingly important for organisations to demonstrate compliance with that code. We've got a large number of organisations now that are self-certifying against that. And as we look more to the technical side, to the secure by default or the other certification process we will look at, that will become more and more important.
I suppose the question that a lot of people are asking is, how successful has it been as a way of manufacturers taking stock and actually joining the secure by default?
There's a whole range of organisations that have self-certified. As we've embedded the process and as we have proven its capability and its place within the range of standards, I'm looking for events such as this now to get out broader to those organisations that haven't yet stepped forward, because we're not just doing this as in isolation. We are also looking at developing guidance to people that want to purchase.
Yeah.
I think also you need to consider what you are looking for in terms of criteria of success. We have had people submit for the certification and be turned down because their product doesn't comply. And to me, that is as much a measure of success as the numbers who are getting the certification, because it means that we are identifying products which aren't up to standard, which aren't suitable, and which, from a buyer's perspective, we should be able to differentiate those things. There are a number of organisations who are now coming forward to obtain the certification who are not UK based, do not have an operation here in the UK, and that means that we're picking up organisations globally, which is a fantastic success.
What we're doing here, secure by default, is part of Tony's plan to have a chain of value, right from when the customer wants a system, they can purchase products which are safe and secure to put in a system, through to design, and there'll be a secured by design part of this, and that part will be, the system will be design secure, through to the install secure, which they're working on now, and that will be default by secure, right the way through to the monitoring and then the output. Because at the end of the day, the customers want to be able to buy a system and know that the pictures which come out of it, or the video or the data, is not only secure but can be used in court and therefore pass straight through.
Within the National Surveillance Camera Strategy, where I think it's fair to say government have been surprised, pleasantly surprised, is that they're seeing whole sectors within the industry, from Alex's side, SSAIB and Advent, and yourself, and the support that we've had from organisations and manufacturers, to look towards drive up standards, not for personal gain, but for the reputation of the industry. It's a very powerful message that I'm able to send to government, but actually government are very able to replay to whomsoever needs to listen, whether it's international partners, whether it's the courts, if there's consideration about the legality of this issue, whether it's civil liberty campaigners, because the government really are relying on this pro bono support to demonstrate that video surveillance in the UK is legitimate, it's fair, and it's proportionate.
What was achieved in Secure by Default was extraordinary. To get 5 major manufacturers of video surveillance systems, effectively competition to each other, to sit down in a room and be transparent and open and honest about the capabilities of their product from a cybersecurity perspective, to bear their weaknesses to each other and collectively develop a standard that would close those weaknesses, is something that this industry had never been able to achieve before. It shows how much willingness there is now within this industry to take those standards and drive them forward and make them a reality.
Anybody who's interested in joining the Secure by Default party and would like to apply, where do they go, Tony?
The website, the Surveillance Camera Commissioner's website, has got a form, and if people wish to apply and be considered, just simply download the form, populate it, fill it in and send it back. We'll review it, and provided it ticks all the boxes, that the self-certification complies with the policy, then they will be automatically provided with the kite mark. Access my website, surveillancecamera.gov.uk. Check out the form, download it. It's simple, it's straightforward.
Okay. Gentlemen, thanks ever so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.